Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video I've got your gameplay for the Su-9, a rank 5 battle rating 7.0 Soviet aircraft. This is a jet fighter that was essentially taken from the Me-262, and I will show you that in just a minute. Now that being said, this has a pretty standard top speed, rate of climb, turn time of jets of this era, and is pretty representative of a 7.0 BR aircraft. It does have a fairly heavy armament of one 37mm cannon and two 23mm cannons, but of course that's just pretty typical of Soviet weaponry of around this time. So around 1945-46, which is when I believe this was developed from the Germans. Now that being said, we do have it again where there is a slightly better or much better variant in game already, as the Su-11 that many people would consider to be pay to win. And I'd actually probably agree. This is about as pay to win of an aircraft as you can get, because it is literally better in every single way over the Su-9, and the Su-9 is in and of itself a very, very good 7.0 BR aircraft, whereas the Su-11 is just leagues above 7.0. 7.3, 7.7 BR some people say, and I'd probably agree. If you want a review on this below, let me know. Also, I do have a user skin on here. This is by Captain Kelmelro, if I'm not mistaken. My apologies if I got that screwed up. I will be posting that in the description. But anyways, just jumping over to the Me-262s real quick, we have the A1A. This is a 7.0 BR aircraft, 865, 28, 21. And when you jump over to the USSR and the Su-9, again, look at the similarities there, just in shaping and how it's designed. Pretty much the same. There are some tail differences, of course, and of course the wings are not as swept back, but 886, 29, 21, again 865, 28, 20. So in my opinion, the Su-9 is a bit better when it comes to maneuverability, despite what this says. Rate of climb marginally, and of course it does have a better top speed, so overall this does perform slightly better than the Me-262s, but in my opinion I just don't really like the cannons as much. As said, let's get into some gameplay here. Enough with this long intro, and see how this thing flies. Okay, as we inch ever closer to the battle here, see an AD4 down there. I'll probably try to go for him if this Me-262 isn't successful. But that said, this features two RD-10 engines in the underwing pods, very similar to how the Me-262 features two Junkers Jumo 004 engines. And you might be wondering to yourself, huh, that's weird, right? Anyways, these are pretty much just unlicensed copies, rips, of the Junkers Jumo 004. I'm going to go over here, unless, no, you know what? More of my team is over there. I don't want to do that. So you have the, or I can do that. You know what? I'm going to go for these guys. That'll be a better use. Anywho, so we have that, and we also have air brakes, which is a very nice feature. Not really something that's so incredibly necessary on this aircraft, but it is pretty nice. That said, ooh, okay. Gonna launch. Oh, I didn't even realize what way he was going. Gonna go for this F4 now. Now, as much as I like these cannons, and trust me, I do like the damage of them, I'm not a big fan of the velocity, for many reasons. Ooh, that was a close one. Going 800 kilometers per hour, way faster than these guys. Hopefully I don't get hit. Didn't get hit. I can turn around and outpace them. That F4 is damaged. None too bad. And that's where having a nice, quick jet like this is very handy. Pull up. AD4. 2 kills, real quick. And now pull back around. I saw another plane. There he is. He's going to shoot at me. Or not. He's not shooting at me. Got this A21RB. Not too worried. Pull down. Don't have many of my 37mm shots left. But I can use it against some low energy targets and possibly get a kill. Going for this Hellcat. Nope, that Hellcat's dead. Going for this guy. Again, what is this guy doing? Okay, put these flaps on. They're okay up to around 500 kilometers per hour, but of course the energy retention on this thing is not fantastic. This is a big lumbering aircraft in much the same way as the 262 is. So I'm just going to leave this one. The 29 series of aircraft from the Swedes pretty much going to be about the slowest aircraft you can get insofar as jets are concerned. They are props converted into jets after all, believe it or not. Don't know if you guys knew that. Kind of like how the Yak-15s are. So I got 3 kills. None too shabby. Not expecting to survive this dogfight at all. At this point, it's not so much a dogfight. Gonna put my air brakes on last sec. Ooh, you know what? I can probably go for this guy. Yeah, I didn't expect anything. But look at that. Look at that. Stalinium kicking into effect here. Still alive. Just died. 3 kills. Not a bad showing. Kind of wanted to do a little bit better, but 3 kills, not a bad way to start this gameplay. And I did have some pretty bad gunnery in that, but could be worse. Could certainly be worse. That said, let's get into the next match. Okay, it looks like we got a bomber over there. I'm not going to catch him on his way to the base. However, ooh, you know what? Ooh, okay. This isn't too bad. I can use this against the Me-262, see what we can do. So the aircraft, the armament on this aircraft is a bit better when it comes to fighting bombers, being that they're not incredibly accurate. Bombers are a little slower, and these hit really, really hard. Okay, you just hit the ground. So when you have that kind of combination, kind of what you see in with the Me-262, for example, the 430mm cannons on that, it's really, really geared towards attacking bombers. Now, I might be able to go for this F4D1 or F3D1. I should be able to. Yeah, he's about to turn in, I think. But once you actually hit speed, you can maintain it pretty decently in this aircraft. It's really just once you start turning and making maneuvers, that's when you start to suffer. And he's going to turn in real soon once he realizes how close I've gotten. Because I'm going to outpace this F3D1 any day of the week. Fire a shot across his bow, and I'm not going to hit with that, but wouldn't that be so cool, though? What is this guy doing? Getting close, actually. There we go. There's the proper turn. Got him. None too shabby. I have a P60 or a P51 somewhere around here. Got to worry about. There he is. There he is. There he is. And almost had him. Okay. He's going to almost definitely turn in. Yes, he is. There we go. I'm confident in the abilities of this thing in a slight head-on, but I'm also not too incredibly confident in this thing overall. It's these slight adjustments where the P51 is going to typically win. And also, he's got the volume of fire. I don't. It's oftentimes much better to have 50 cals just firing in a steady stream than what this has. But I still came out as the victor on that. Not too bad. That was actually a pretty decent dogfight. Let's get back into civilization here. See what we could do. But, I mean, overall, this thing has some pretty good strengths, some pretty glaring weaknesses. But overall, I mean, it's a very, very powerful fighter. And the Su-11 is this times like 4. So I decided that instead of go back to base, I'm just going to go after this Ju-288C. And unfortunately, I am a bit damaged. And the AA actually hit me. Like, one of the ground-based AA actually hit me. So I am damaged quite a bit. I'm going to go for this 288C, although this 162 wants some. Pull up. Make a miss. Yeah, I know that the 162 is divvying on me. Not too worried about that, but I'm still going for this Ju-288C. I feel like this will probably be the best use of my resources. These cannons are really optimized for taking this bad boy out. And he's gone, I assume, I hope. Doesn't really matter so much. I'll just kind of climb right back up. Turn back around. And there he is. So now I really have to land back at base. 3 kills, not too bad. No death here. And it looks like they only have 1 or 2 guys left. So we are in a bit of a down tier, which is very nice. It looks like there are some large planes. That might be a bomber, more likely in a 2. That's a bomber. So, you know, thus far I've done okay. 3 kills, 3 kills. Let's see if we can at least replicate that in this match. Now, typically, you'd want to be a boom and zoom aircraft in this, being that it does have great control of its speed. It doesn't really get so fast where it's uncontrollable. Plus, of course, you have your dive brakes, which is very, very nice if you want to call them dive brakes. But I'm going to go for this JU-288 here. Typically, I'd go for the HO-229, but 288, too juicy of a target. See what we could do. Easy kill, none too bad. And then JU-288 down there. Gonna want to climb up a bit. I do not want to have to fight these guys on my own, but actually it looks like I might have to. That Lavochkin 9 is coming up real fast, so I want to dive down where he's not going to be able to catch me. In fact, actually, I might even be able to go for this HO-229, the JU-288, while trying to steer clear of these guys back there. Last thing I want is to go after, or to get into a turning fight with a more agile aircraft. I'll go for this HO-229 because he's threatening my ally. Then again, I mean, the JU-288 could also do much the same. Let's see. Got a crit on him. Works for me. Let's see if I can get the kill or the assist. Doesn't really matter so much to me, but I guess it kind of does, in a way. Turn back around. They're always, ooh, nice. They're always so nice when you get to fight them from the top down rather than head on, because they're just these gigantic Dorito pancakes with huge surface area when looking at them from the top, but from the front is just ridiculous. You are not going to be able to get a reliable shot on them unless, of course, you have high fire volume, like I said before, with an M2. But even then, I would not even attempt it. So we got this ME-262 here. I'm assuming that's the A1U1. Tends to be the most common variant. If that's the case, that's not good, but it's also not necessarily bad. It's just, it is what it is. So, oh no, it's just the A. Got the kill, 3 kills, not bad. Still have about half my ammunition, a little bit more with my 23s. So the thing actually I like about this aircraft a lot is that when it comes to the 23s, they fire a little bit slower than a lot of later variants of Soviet aircraft, because I believe that these are just the NR-23 or whatever it is, whereas those are like the D or the K or the whatever it is. And so these actually have a slightly lower rate of fire, and I do prefer that because you can preserve your ammo quite a bit more. So I'll still have 23mm ammo in this thing after my 37mm are gone. That's a very nice a very nice thing with this aircraft. Now I'm going to go turn around, go for this ME-262. Looks like he's coming over this way, but of course, I mean, I won't necessarily have too much of an energy advantage over him. Okay, we got this 262 coming back around. I do have a decent amount of speed, and he is not going to be hit by me right now, but now he's going to run. Best not to waste my ammo on a running ME-262. Another great thing about this over the Su-11, not that it really matters so much, is that this aircraft doesn't really overheat so much when it comes to its engines. Of course, you know, at 100% throttle, they will eventually overheat, especially in a map like this, but it's not all too bad. You can just go down to 99 and be okay. Got him. What was that, 4 kills? 4 kills. Not too shabby. Still have my 37. Let's go for these guys here and see what we can do. Well, that said, I had 3 relatively clean matches. Actually, that last match that I had, where I had 4 kills, I actually got killed by an ME-262 that was somehow flying at like 400 kilometers per hour and just totally slowed down and used my energy advantage in his favor by kind of taking advantage of that and then getting behind me. So good on him. But that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I really like this aircraft. Again, the Su-11 is a better aircraft overall in pretty much every single way, but of course the Su-9 does have its place in WarThunder and is still a really, really cool artifact of history and something that I enjoy. But again, I will try to post or link the Su-11 review in the comments below, and also possibly this camo in the comments below. So either way, thanks again. I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.